You know, some people out there, when they talk, they fake the funk. You want brutally honest? Well, if you want brutally honest, look no further than CG Ruthless Sports.
CG Ruthless.
CG Ruthless Sports.
CG Ruthless.
If you want your sports talk to be brutally honest, come check out CG.
CG Ruthless.
If you're not watching CG Ruthless, I don't know what to tell you. Representing the Niner Empire.
CG Ruthless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Simus Says. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up with it, man? I know this was the game you wanted to mark on your calendar for the playoffs, huh?
No, but it's not, but it happened, and hey, I'm happy for it. I'm glad it's happened, like, because this is a team that I hate. This is one of my most hated teams. So, and I'm talking not just in my conference, just overall. I cannot stand the 49ers. So yeah, this is special. Like, this is real special.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Nothing personal. It's kind of like one of those games I look at and say, hey, this is a rivalry. No offense to the Seahawks. No offense to the Rams. No offense to the Cardinals. You're just not in that same level as the Cowboys when it comes to the rivalry. It goes way back from the early 70s to the 90s. I mean, now it's kind of renewing the rivalry. It's getting pretty interesting. But realistically, you guys have owned us for quite a while. We haven't beat you guys since 2014. I mean, this is a game that it's definitely a must win for us. You guys have a lot of pressure. The expectation is you guys are hosting a playoff game at home and you guys have the talent. But how do you feel about this team in general?
49ers or the Cowboys? Which one?
The Cowboys.
Honestly, since, we're being brutally honest over here, hey, look, the Cowboys are a good team. But playoffs, regular season, don't matter. I want to beat somebody that's on our level. And I mean, the teams that I thought we could beat during the season that were hot, we didn't do it. So if I had one concern, it's you're playing a postseason team. Can you hang with this postseason team? Forget the weapons, forget, potential defensive player of the year, definitely defensive player of the year. Forget all that. Forget all that. Forget the numbers. Forget the stats. Everybody's 0-0 and it's sudden death. Can you hang? And the Cowboys don't have a good postseason reputation at home recently. They don't. So, especially games that matter. The Seahawks game, they almost let that slip out of their hand. They won. A few years ago, Detroit, they almost let that slip out of their hand. They won, but this is the most loaded Cowboys team I've seen in this era of football. And I'm like, can you guys go out here and put up a good performance, or are you gonna just go out here and you're gonna lay flat and get upset at home? Because there's a lot of I see a lot of people in the media don't believe in you. I believe in you, but it's like, what do you? Because I felt that they've been holding back, kind of in neutral for the last couple of months. This is go time. This is what it's all about. Are you guys going to go out here and you're going to utilize these weapons, or are we still going through the same thing? Because there is no next Sunday unless you win. So
yeah, absolutely, man. Like, this team is fully loaded, and you guys have really good receivers. When it comes to the injury, I mean, Michael Gallup I wouldn't say he's quite a big loss, but he is a really good receiver. But then you got Cedric Wilson, who's coming into his own. He's kind of making his name for himself. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, I think, is one of your best receivers. Amari Cooper, when he's at his best, he's at his best. But I think it comes down to, like, yeah, Dak's got all the weapons, he's got all the running game. There's no excuses for him. But I feel like this will be the most intriguing matchup. Like, I feel like this will be a tough task. I mean, we are good on the road. I feel like this is a team that's playing with urgency, playing with heart out there. It may not be the most talented team I've seen by far, but it's at least got that competitive spirit to play in this close game. I mean, the Cowboys, you guys may be the favorites. You guys may be the team that people are hyping and putting year in and year out as that top team because you guys got the most talented team on the roster. But I feel like your coaching staff could be a little questionable at times. I mean, how do you feel about the coaching staff from the Cowboys' perspective?
I'm a longtime fan of Kellen Moore. Being out here, being out here with the WAC and the Mountain West Conference and seeing Boise State and knowing this kid since the Boise State days. I'm a huge fan of Kellen Moore. I'm not really a fan of Mike McCarthy. I've never hid that, and it's come out. Just everyone has seen it. The unnecessary going for it on fourth down. It bothers me. Clock management, the TOP, time possession. He's just, and the uncalled for use of timeouts, which have cost us 2 games, I know, this year, and possibly the number 1 seed because of bad clock management and use of timeouts. I'm not really a big fan. Love Dan Quinn. Absolutely love Dan Quinn. He took a defense that from worst to first. They play for him. He's definitely a player's coach. But overall, I like Fossil. But I don't like the kicker. Pretty good coaching style. I mean, overall, I'll give him a B plus because I just really honestly, with my heart, I don't believe in Mike McCarthy. I do not believe in Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, speaking as a realistic fan, like you talk about those 80 percenters, and you're like the very least the 20 percenter of those fans, right?
Agreed. So everybody understand, because people have asked me, especially, I don't know where, just people have asked me a lot, what do you mean with 80-20? All right, 80-20, and this goes for any fan base, not just Cowboys. And I'll use you as an example. You're California native, San Francisco 49er fan, die hard. You know about your team. You went to games. You understand the history. Even for a younger guy, you understand the history. You understand this rivalry. Now, there are a lot of 80 percenters that they're jumping on board. They were questionable during the season. And now all of a sudden, 49ers are in the postseason. Here they are. Cowboy Nation, quote unquote, has always had a reputation of a lot of bandwagon fans. And I concur. And it's just there are a lot of bandwagon fans within Cowboy fans. And they refer to themselves as Cowboy Nation, and I don't. I'm a native to Dallas, Texas, and I don't understand the whole concept of Cowboy Nation because I'm a loyalist, and I may live in California, but that's my home, and it's personal. Like even this week, this is personal. There are some people I've just done this recently. You got to sit down and explain to them the rivalry. Like, nah, you don't understand. Postseason, one of these teams, and I'll still say it still matters. One of these teams can go to the Super Bowl. The winner of this game, one of these teams can go to the Super Bowl. Both of these teams could beat the Packers. Both of these teams could beat the Bucks. They're both loaded. They got the weapons to do it as long as they stay healthy. And it still matters. I don't care what people, that rivalry was from the 90s. No. You don't understand. Because it's been a long time since we've seen the Niners and Cowboys in the postseason, and looking at both these teams, I don't give a damn if it's Trey Lance. I don't give a damn if Jimmy Garoppolo. Dak Prescott, as long as he's healthy. And I got to say it, Cooper Rush can push the Cowboys. He won a game for the Cowboys. So I do believe as long as these teams whoever wins this game, you punched your ticket to the NFC title game. I don't care what your seeding is, or if you got to go on the road, Dallas is good on the road. So it doesn't matter. I still believe that one of these teams who win that game Sunday afternoon, you pretty much wrote your ticket to the NFC title game. And I stand by what I said.
I think that's where it kind of gives you guys something like in that game. I mean, when I think of this matchup, it could put us in position to maybe get into the NFC Championship game. I really look at Green Bay, and they are the most overrated team. I mean, look at the way they play. Like, I feel like you can run the ball right down to their defense. Their defense is really bad. Aaron Rodgers, when he's at his best, he's at his best. But I think it's been his downfall when it comes to the postseason. Like even if he goes further to the championship, that's always been the pressure, the expectation. Aaron Rodgers, when he's at his best, he's at his best. But I feel like he's beatable at this point because he doesn't have the team that he used to have in Green Bay. So it's like you play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're just losing some key players. Like you feel Tom Brady's got a lot of weapons, but it's like he can make the most out of lesser talent. So it's always been his thing. But you look at their receiving core, no Antonio Brown, no Chris Godwin. It's like, and then their running game's going through injuries too. So that's a questionable mark right there. And I don't even know if they can even beat the Eagles with this kind of injury. So we shall wait and see. But yeah, when I look at the matchup between the Niners and Cowboys, it does bring a lot of history from the 90s, but it's kind of has some meaningful in this game. Like when I look at these matchups, I've always seen the history of this team. They always have that mutual, that mutual rivalry where we just have a hate for each other and we just play for something. This game does mean something, even if it's a wild card game or not. We've always seen this team go through the NFC Championship games and always compete those Super Bowls in the past. And maybe this is just a chance to see a new rivalry come back to the way it used to be. Like, how do you feel about this 49ers team going against your Cowboys?
I like it. Honestly, I am a fan of Kettle. I'm a fan of Bosa. Of course, I'm familiar with Trent Williams with his days in Washington. I love your running game. I respect it. I'm not one of these fans that's, oh, we're going to run over. No, we're not. Like, honestly, these Debo, Ayuk, these guys can ball. Like, I honestly think they're more loaded. I think you guys are more loaded than the Rams. The Rams have names. They have names. You guys got guys that go out there and you got those guys ball. Those Ayuk names get called because he plays. Debo name get called because he plays. It's not just, oh, this is Odell Beckham Jr. Like seriously, it's just these guys go out there and they earn the right to get their name called. They earn the right to be a household name. I respect them. Let's not forget Jimmy Garoppolo took this team to a Super Bowl. Let's not forget that. I respect that. And your coach is a Super Bowl. He had a Super Bowl appearance under his belt. So Cowboy fans can't take this lightly. I do not take this team lightly. This is one of the most loaded 49ers teams. I'm telling you, the winner of this game. Like if you look at it across the board, I'm familiar. It's like I look at it and go, wow, at least these aren't a bunch of co-stars in here. And they're living up to the tradition of Cowboys 49ers rivalry postseason football. And it goes right in with it. I respect the team. This is going to be the only problem I have with this game, I believe, in my opinion, it should have been Monday night. It should have been. Like I would have appreciated this game. Show us our respect. Like this league, we carried this. The 49ers Cowboys, they carried the league on their backs. They carried the league. And I don't care if Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, and them. I was from that era. So I can say it with a smile. Niners Cowboys carried the 90s from 88 to 1998. They carried it. And I think that if you're going to have the first wild card game on a Monday night, give it to the dynasties of the NFC. Let them battle it out. Don't put them on the mat with everybody else. And Lord knows you shouldn't have gave it to the Cardinals and the Rams. Like, that's just my opinion. But the 49er team, loaded, competitive, can play on the road. They can ball. I respect them. This is going to be a great game.
Yeah, it will be because when you look at the way I look at it, we got to admire the talent and look at the way I look at it. Like Cowboys, for example, like you guys, Dak Prescott's been playing consistent for you guys. He's been really a good quarterback. It's hard to deny that. CD Lamb, I think he's one of the best receivers you guys got so far. I mean, he's been very reliable. He's been a guy that steps in pretty big. Michael Gallup very underrated, but he's out for the year. That's a difference right there. But then Cedric Wilson's kind of making up the slack right there. I do like what he brings to the table. And then Amari Cooper, when he's at his best, man, you guys could be unstoppable. Your running game, I feel like, no offense to Zeke Elliott, I think Tony Pollard is probably your better running back. Like, he can get those chunk of yards and make the big plays. I don't know what Zeke is. Like, I don't see the same Zeke from a couple years back. This guy was a dominant running back. He was the lead rusher at one point. Now he's kind of like, I don't know, is it because he's kind of been going through injuries, or is it because he's just getting too paid and not even thinking about producing like the way he used to be? I mean, what's the thoughts of Zeke, man? I don't see that same guy.
Injury and just running back pedigree. We all know running backs in the NFL has always had a 5-6 year lifespan, and it's not the money. It's just injuries and just that wear and tear. In this season 21, yeah, I'll agree, and I've told everybody it looked Tony Pollard 1, Zeke number 2, but Zeke, this is just that time to turn it on. You got to. This is the definition of this is the example of leave it all on the field. So you have to. These are the moments you prepare for. You got 4 games before you win 4, you get a Lombardi. And you got to leave it all on the field here and now. You get all the injuries, all the pains, all that stuff, even COVID, put it all on the shelf, stay healthy, stay COVID free, get through these 4 games, you're going to hoist the Lombardi. Simple as that. And I think Zeke, less quiet as kept, folks, Zeke did have a 1,000-yard season. It may not look like it, but he did have a 1,000-yard season. So people just can't, just because you don't see Zeke with 2016 Zeke, it doesn't mean that he's not relevant. And don't get me wrong, in 2021 season, agreed. Tony Pollard was A1. Zeke was B. So he's still a 1,000-yard back. I think we're going to see a little bit of the old Ezekiel Elliott Sunday. I really do. I think we're going to see a little bit of the old Ezekiel Elliott. Not saying, he's going to have 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm not saying it, but Zeke's going to have he's going to have a great game. He's going to have a little bit of the old Zeke will show up. So I do see a little bit of that coming.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like, he's probably going to burst a couple here and there, but lately this run defense has kind of improved lately, like especially how we just were able to stop Sony Michel, Joe Mixon, quite a few other running backs. Like the Titans running backs who they had was Foreman and quite a few other guys. I mean, we're up for the challenge, but I think you guys bring a really good challenge. I think Tony Pollard would probably be the one guy that might be a threat for us when it comes to the running game. Maybe Zeke will bring in the old form. I feel like he is a good back. Yeah, he did produce over 1,000 yards, but yeah, like he's not the same player, and running backs are like a dime a dozen. They do tend to run off. I mean, you got to get another running back at some point because these running backs start to wear and tear. I guess, like they say, running backs are probably the most replaceable position in all of sports. I mean, at some point, you have maybe a lifespan of maybe up to 6 to maybe 9 years at the most, but
I say like 5-6 years.
5 or 6 years,
Seriously. Yeah.
It's pretty rare for most running backs to still produce. Like, I mean, for example,
Right.
Frank Gore's been playing this league for a long, long time, but he wasn't the same player, but he still was a guy that still played for a long time. Most running backs don't play forever,
And I mean, come on. You want to see a running back that ran out of gas, you look at Adrian Peterson. I mean, at one time, we thought he'd break Emmitt Smith's record. And look at him. I actually thought Chris Johnson would have broke Emmitt Smith's record, and he's nowhere to be found. It's just that the running back lifespan is I always say 5 to 6 years. And I do look for the Cowboys, if not in this draft, definitely next year. They're going to be looking at Zeke's replacement. They will. And so you got to make that decision. You get rid of Pollard, or you get rid of Zeke. And it's coming to where, you're going to I believe they'll keep Pollard. And maybe next year they'll honestly look toward the future. Look, get second round, third round, they're going to get a running back and to replace Zeke, and they'll let Zeke walk, especially if God willing, they win the Super Bowl. Like there will be a lot of guys who won't be here. So, it's just I'm glad that he got 1,000 yards. I do think that it's. I'm not going to use injuries as an excuse. He did get hurt in the Kansas City game. He said a little bit. I respect the fact that they did kind of play these guys against the Eagles, even though that was the B team. And looking at, and ended up playing you guys, and you guys was out there gunning at the Rams. So, there was no rest. And you guys are coming to this, ready to go. Y'all didn't sit down, and I'm glad that we didn't sit down until like early in the fourth. So this is going to be a damn good. I can't say pretty good. This is going to be a damn good game, and it's going to be close. I keep telling people this is going to be close. Like maybe for a Cowboy fans, might be a little too close, but this is going to be close, if not overtime. I'll say it. If not overtime, it's going to be close.
It can
It's
go
going to be
either way.
entertaining as hell. Oh yeah, this I will not do, and I'll just tell you too. I will not do score predictions or not because I believe, and it's not. Oh, I'm scared. I'm not scared. I'm superstitious as hell because I play football. But I just think this game, 49er fans, Cowboy fans, you're going to be in for a show. And if it's not a show, somebody's getting blowed out. Like there is no in between. It's either going to be a very close game or an absolute massacre. And I'm not saying, the Cowboys are going to. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if it's not close, the Niners or the Cowboys, they're going to win by at least 21 points. Whoever, if it's not going to be there will be no in between. This is either going to be very close or an absolute blowout. Period.
Yeah, it can go either direction. Like you said, like
Right.
it can be a close game or it can be one of those disaster results. But yeah, dude,
Exactly.
yeah, man, I appreciate you onto the stream. I know you probably got to get going pretty soon, but hey, man,
No, I
anytime
got
you
a few
can.
more minutes.
Oh, you got a few more minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so, all right, I'm gonna think of another question for you as a Cowboys fan. Like, so this is probably I think this will probably be the most entertaining playoff game by far. I mean, no
Period.
offense, like, yeah, like, why would they put the Rams and Cardinals on a primetime game on a
I
Monday night? That's stupid.
listen. The only issue I've had, and anyone who knows me, trust me. Matter of fact, you're from here. I was in JR Sports complaining. We were complaining about it. I was complaining about this. It's an insult. I don't know if we cuss over here, so I'm trying not to cuss, but it's an insult to do this. Like that game, what did y'all do? I believe in my heart, the NFL didn't want the Cowboys and the Niners to outshine the rest of Wild Card Weekend, which is why they didn't do it because everyone ratings and revenue is very important in the league, especially coming off of last year. It's extremely important. Jerry is packing 100,000 into that stadium. It's sold out. They're treating this like it's Super Bowl atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. This isn't like this is just like. I'll give an example. Raiders Bengals is just another game. Now to a fan, it's more than that. Eagles Bucks just another game. That's what it is. It's just another game. Yes, the great Tom Brady is playing against Jalen Hurts in just another game. This game, you can drive around. I guarantee you, most of America is going to be in front of a TV or at the game watching this game. I'm not lying. This will be the number going into even divisional round weekend. I guarantee you, when we're talking numbers here, it's going to be hard to beat. Maybe the Super Bowl. Like honestly, I don't believe there will be no game when it comes to ratings that's going to beat that game Sunday afternoon. I don't believe it, except for the Super Bowl. Nobody else. Not Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. None of that, because it ain't even about a name on this one. Because they're going to spend that game. Just even the intro to the game is going to be built on legacy. You can go a whole hour just on the history of the Cowboys 49ers before you even get to the game. So in between it, before the start of the game, between the game, and even at the ending of the game, you're going to hear about the rivalry, the legacy, John Madden. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff, the catch, the catch redemption, T.O. on the star, Even the CD Lamb show of last year, everything. It's so much. You got so much. Like I believe they'll show some Jeff Garcia highlights. Hey, Jeff got he got the Cowboys. So just it's just there's a lot of history here for people that don't for younger people that don't know the history, or for people that honestly are just jumping in because they keep hearing, I keep hearing this is a huge game. Trust me, this game is more than is what 10 Super Bowls combined. All these Hall of Famers, Darren Woodson, Ronnie Lott, bar none, William Floyd, Merton Hanks, Darren Woods, uh, name them, Emmett Smith, Troy Aikman, Montana, Steve Young. This is history. And you insult us by putting us on Sunday when you got the first wild card game on Monday Night Football and we're not there. For the 49ers and the Cowboys, I'm insulted. For Bill Walsh, Tom Landry, Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, Roger Craig, Emmett Smith, I'm insulted. For Dwight Clark, Jay Novacek, I'm insulted. How dare you? The NFL screwed us on that one.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, who cares about the Cardinals and Rams? I don't think anybody gives a damn. It's just a division. That's just this game, Niners and Cowboys. It means something. Like now that you're bringing back a good new rivalry that's going way back in time, like you said, you can go on with the history before this game, and everybody would acknowledge the greatness of this franchise. I mean, you had the great Roger Staubach. You got the great Tony Dorsett. I mean, those guys were the foundation. Yeah, they were the start of your foundation of your Super Bowl when you guys were like in the making of a dynasty at one point. But you guys set this tone when you guys played us in the playoffs. We had the likes of John Brody and quite a few guys like Washington. That dude was another receiver. But there was other guys during the time. We had the Dave Wilcox of the world who was part of a struggling team, but we had a playoff team under Dick Nolan. You guys had a team with Tom Landry for many years, and then it started building on until decades. And it's hard to replace a good rivalry. It doesn't compare to the Patriots and Colts. It doesn't really compare to that. But the Niners and Cowboys are the best. They're better in all division. Like
if you look at the chain of events, and this is what I know how to take my rivalry hatred and put it on the shelf and give respect. This went from the dawn of the doomsday defense to the gold mine rush of the 80s to the war of the 90s to T.O. Romo, T.O. redemption against y'all in Dallas. Like I said, it's just it's not just about, I wish people would stop saying it's about the 90s. No. Like you said, this started like what, 71? I think like 71. And up until 2020, like people got to understand, this is, for me as an older fan, and what better way to have these two teams in an elimination game? We haven't seen it in a while, and this is just something that's special. And like I said, if your coach and our coach really break this history down to these boys and use this as motivation as a Bill Walsh or George Seifert did, or Tom Landry or Jimmy Johnson did, they know the goal. They know the goal. Because when one of us advance, we're talking Super Bowl here. When one of us beats one another in the postseason, somebody goes to a Super Bowl. Like, look at it. Like, I'm not lying. Like, go look at it. Go look at it from the first time we played in the first NFC Championship game. Look at it to the last time we played in the postseason. Somebody goes to the Super Bowl. I think what made the catch so special is look at what it was and look at what was on the line for the catch. If that was just a regular season thing, I don't think it'd be that talked about. But when you look at what's on the line for when Dwight Clark came down with that ball over Everson Walls, what was on the line? And look what happened. After you guys beat us in, what is it, 94? Y'all clobbered the Chargers. When we beat you guys in 92, look what we did to Buffalo. So it's like it means something. And honestly, to me right now, in a few days, it does mean something. And if these coaches would get their head out of their ass, and this goes for both head coaches and explain to these boys, do you know what you're doing? You know what you're doing? You know why you know what you're playing for? You know what you just told the legends? I could play for a Lombardi. I could play for 6. I could go get 6. That's what it's all about to me. That this rivalry is more than, I'm not throwing shots at nobody. It's more than just sitting down, making videos, trying to call out people. It's deeper than that for me. I mean, seriously, it's way deeper than that. And living in, like I tell everybody, I'm from Dallas. Living here in Central California, I always say I'm behind enemy lines. I have a lot of 49er friends, including you, and there's a lot of people that I got a lot of love for, and we're just all like, come on, man. The week is moving so slow for us. It's moving slow. For me, is this week's moving so slow. I thought today was Thursday. Today's only Wednesday. Like it's
Yeah,
moving
it seems like
slow.
it.
It does, bro. I swear, for me, it's moving so slow. Like time's moving so slow, and it's like, oh man, it's dragging because I'm excited. I'm Super Bowl excited. I haven't been excited, bro. Man, since the I hate to say it, but since the '90s, I haven't been this excited because this game means that much to me. Like friends, cousins, like we're all everybody. Like man, we all want to talk. I ain't gonna cuss, but we all want to talk mess to each other. But we like, man, we'll talk after the game. Like it's just like we're all excited. We know how loaded our teams are, and we expect a war. And I expect at the end of that war, I expect one of these teams to. I don't. I look at the other teams. I look at the 1-2s, and I look at them and I go, oh, y'all can be beat. Y'all can be beat. And that goes for the Rams and the Cardinals. Y'all can be beat. I just don't believe in them. And I look at these two franchises and I go, they know what the mission is. They know what the mission is. They understand the mission. They walk through those halls. When you walk through 49er fans, when they walk through their hall, they see all that legacy. It's not has been. Those rings aren't old. I don't care what no one say. Those rings aren't old. When Cowboy fans, when they see that storied history, those rings aren't old, man. And we're here now. We one of us is finna shock some people in the postseason. I believe it. Whoever wins that game on the corner of Randall Mill and Collins in Arlington, Texas, whoever's the winner when that game is over, you're about to do some shocking. Like I'm not playing. We can come back to this video. I was gonna say it in my video tomorrow. Somebody is finna shock some teams in the NFC. It ain't gonna be what people think. Because they can advance and they can make it to Los Angeles to the Super Bowl. I believe it in my heart.
Yeah, whatever. Like I believe what you were saying is just absolutely right of the way you just explained. Yeah, if whoever wins this game has a stronger chance to get to the Super Bowl, like, I mean, even if you guys were to advance, I think you guys would have a solid matchup against like Tampa Bay or whoever. Like you almost beat them, and you guys were just a field goal away from beating this team. But if somehow we advance, I feel like we have the numbers of Green Bay Packers. We know how to beat them physically. Like last time we played them, they were just very close to losing to us. We were just like seconds away of winning, if not for that Rodgers having enough time. I think that would have been a difference. But yeah, this game could be definitely talked about probably in the next week or so, or probably like you said, when it comes to those weeks. And if your prediction is correct, man, you can just say, hey, I said this on the podcast, man. I said that whoever wins this game is going to the Super Bowl, and that could be one of your predictions right there.
Yeah, I do. I believe it. I mean, sitting here and, just talking it over with friends and just having this discussion, we look at both of these teams. Like I tell everybody, I don't like the 49ers, but I'm not going to sit up here and just downplay who they are and listen, their quarterback has been somewhere I wish my quarterback been. I mean, seriously. I don't give a damn. He know what it's like to play on the big stage. And I hope Dak Prescott gets that opportunity. And I know Jimmy is going, okay, first of all, I got a lot of pressure on me. Not only do I got the pressure of winning on me, I got to look over at my shoulder and a lot of people ready for the future to start. Even now, I see it. I hear it. There are a lot of people that don't even want him to start Sunday. They want Trey Lance Sunday. I hear it. And Trey Lance ain't got no experience, but still, that's how much they don't trust Jimmy G. But Jimmy got a lot. That's dangerous to me. As for a Cowboys fan, I don't give a damn how good our defense is. That's dangerous. That's absolutely dangerous. This guy is hungry. I heard about the thumb, and he was looking fine slinging it, and they put him on that game managing, and Debo and them boys, they play for him. Kettle play for him. I mean, come on, Kettle, Debo, I heard throwing passes. Like they know what they're doing. Like honestly, Shanahan was a Kyle Shanahan. You can tell. Like this is gonna be a great game. The best game not named the Super Bowl. You can go through it. They'll come back when they post those ratings. You'll see it right there. Anything that's not the Super Bowl, it's gonna come back to what that was the highest rated game. And I know to some people it don't mean a lot, but to the NFL for viewership, it means a whole lot. Trust me, this is gonna be the best game. Like we ain't even played it. It's everyone's talking about it already. And I don't hear really nobody. And I know me. I listen to a lot of people. I listen to the people that count, just not BS media. But a lot of people that count, a lot of people. They keep oh man, Sunday afternoon. Oh man, I'm waiting. No, I'm waiting. Sunday afternoon, I'm waiting. So yeah, this is honestly it's a Super Bowl that is not a Super Bowl. Like it's weird as it sounds. It's the game. It's a Super Bowl without it being a Super Bowl because all eyes are on Arlington, Texas, watching the Cowboys and the Niners.
Yeah, it definitely does, man. Like you said, it's gonna probably be the best non-Super Bowl game, and it goes as a top ratings. Like, I mean, they want to see the star versus the red and gold. I mean, Dak Prescott, can he actually get past this Niners team and actually prove that he's the kind of guy that leads you guys all the way? Or can Jimmy redeem himself and prove to the Niners organization that he should stick for another year? That could be one of the most interesting factors right there. And CJ, who's on the oh yeah, this dude's kind of like he's a 5'9" guy just like me. This dude over here, he's a coach. Cool dude.
Oh, okay. Listen, man, and you just said a mouthful right there. What I'm watching for is Jimmy Garoppolo versus the Dallas defense, just like I'm watching Dak Prescott versus the 49er defense. Because it's gonna say everything. Like people don't understand. Dak makes mistakes. He has what I call loose hands. If he gets hit by a blind side on his blind side, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say 95% of the time, Dak's going to fumble. Jimmy makes mistakes. And the crazy part about Jimmy and his mistakes, when he makes one mistake, trust me, 2 more will follow. He has what I call happy feet. So this game will come down. This is why I keep saying it's going to be close, close, close. One of these guys are going to get a chance to put their stamp their part in the history books of the Cowboys 49ers, because I believe there's going to be somewhere in the game 21-21, 17-17, on 149 left in the fourth. One of these guys is going to have the ball. One of these guys is going to do the redemption. One of these guys is going to write their part in this history. It's not going to be easy. Or one of these guys are going to shit the bed, and it's going to make it a blowout. Seriously.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah, it's just like it ain't gonna be. Well, it ain't gonna be like, oh, the Cowboys in 38-31. No. Either it's gonna be a real close game. You won by a field goal, or won by 3, or one of these dudes 38-14, and Trey Lance came in, or Dak just looked like he ain't worth not a cent. that's it. Like seriously, one guy just got a major contract with Dak Prescott. So either you're gonna look like that was a waste of money, or on the other end, Trey Lance got the job. It's Treyway to the Bay. That's it. Like franchise guy Jimmy, you're gone. That's it. One of these quarterbacks, you're gonna make her. It's a make or break for one of these guys. It's a make or break. Somebody's gonna do great, or somebody's gonna Dak. We'll be looking for. I guarantee you, if Dak. And I said this, and I'll say it again. And I was gonna say it in my life. If Dak screws this up, I always, a shot across the bow. You understand naval warfare. They won't hit him, but I believe maybe in the 3rd or the 4th round, Dallas will draft quarterback as a forewarning for Dak. I do. I believe it. Not fifth, not sixth, not seventh. I believe as a warning, they'll draft a quarterback in the third or the fourth round. If Dak blows his game, they'll do it. And he can. He there's a possibility he could. So let's be honest here. Just same way with Jimmy. This is why y'all got Trey Lance. Jimmy go out there and start throwing picks. You think Trey Lance ain't coming in? They go like fast. They go, oh, we're gonna stop this, put in Lance. And I'll tell you this, and I'll give you a hint. Dallas isn't good against dual threat quarterbacks. So the game ain't over. The game might be a lot more interesting because Dallas can't play dual threat quarterbacks. Our defense, Dan Quinn can't. He got a bunch of great guys, but I've seen what he does against dual threat quarterbacks. And Trey Lance, not only can he use his arm, he can use his legs. So they don't want that. It ain't over. Oh, Trey Lance is in. They bench Garoppolo. It ain't over. It probably just got worse. And it's the truth.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah,
yeah, that's their weakness is dual threat quarterbacks. So there it is.
Yeah, that could be the determining factor. And yeah, Dan Quinn's defense. Yeah, it seems like he puts on a good scheme and the way you guys are good. But I guess like the way you said, you guys haven't fared well against mobile quarterbacks, and that's always been the weakest part of what?
Not at all, bro.
No.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Not at all. Like Dallas their weakness is dual threat quarterbacks. Period. And I will don't debate me. Go watch the Cardinals game. Go watch the Broncos game. They cannot play mobile quarterbacks. Awful. I mean, seriously. They couldn't play Cam. It's hard to play Cam. It's hard to play dual threat quarterbacks. And when it comes to the quarterbacking will win this game. Ain't gonna be defense. Ain't gonna be this. Ain't gonna be Bosa. Ain't gonna be Michael Parsons. Ain't gonna be Trayvon Diggs. It ain't gonna be It's quarterbacking. Player of the game is gonna be a quarterback. I guarantee you, player of the game is gonna be a quarterback. Or the dope head of the game is gonna be the quarterback. It's gonna be okay. He did great, and this guy sucked. This guy Trey Lance needs to come in, and Dak Prescott ain't worth the money. It's gonna come down to it. I'm watching the quarterbacking. Everything else will matter. But the key of the game, quarterbacking. It ain't the run games. I keep hearing this whole stuff, run. No. I'm telling everybody right now, it's coming down to the quarterbacking. One of these quarterbacks are either going to look like a hero or shit the bed, period. That's it.
Yeah, one of the others. I mean, we already know what Dak can do. Dak is a good passer. Jimmy, he kind of has his moments, but if it comes down to that, I don't know what to expect. I mean, I know Jimmy's going to have his moments of throwing games away. Dak, he's kind of had his games where he's played really good, but I guess there's a couple of games, but he's kind of made the least mistakes, like 10 picks this year. The least, right. I mean, there's been quite a few quarterbacks who haven't thrown much picks, like Kirk Cousins, but he's not in the postseason, so we ain't gonna talk about him. But
his fumbles, when they talk about those 10 picks, they don't talk about those fumbles, and some of those fumbles are key fumbles. Arizona game, he had a key fumble that gave Arizona the win. Like seriously, that's the thing. Like the 10 picks, that's fine and dandy. That's why I always tell everybody, I don't fall in love with stats. I love a performance. And his performance is what I have issues with sometimes. I love Dak Prescott. But here we go. For both these guys. For both of them. These are two of the most, I would say, not ridiculed, but talked about quarterbacks in the NFL. For good and bad. And so they're on the stage now. And this is why I keep saying the key to this game is going to come down. It's not no one's running game. It's not no one's defense. It's not no one's coaching. It's Dak Prescott versus James Richard Garoppolo. There it is. It's the truth. Ray Dakota Prescott versus James Richard Garoppolo. One of these two are going to either look like a hero or shit. I mean, that's it. It's gonna come
one
down to
one
that.
shit's the bed.
Exactly. That's it. Seriously. And I keep telling people, stop looking at Zeke, stop looking at Ayuk, stop looking at Debo, stop looking at Pollard, Stop looking at CDs. Stop looking at no. Because who's gonna get these guys the ball? Who's gonna hand these dudes the ball? Who's gonna pass these dudes the ball? I don't want to hear nothing about Blake Jarwin. I don't want to hear nothing about Dalton Schultz. I don't want to hear nothing about George Kittle. Who's gonna pass these dudes the ball? Like, seriously, who's gonna hand these dudes the ball when there's an end around? Who's gonna pass? Who's gonna hand the ball on that end around? If there's a trick play, who's the center hike the ball to? It's coming down. And I hate to be Booger McFarland, but it's simple: quarterbacking, quarterbacking, quarterbacking. That is going to be the win or lose of this game. It ain't going to be nothing else because that's what I know what I'm watching. And now that I said, I'm quite sure you go, oh man, I'm watching. You'll pay real close attention to the quarterbacking. Everything else is everything else. Listen, you guys are going to get your runs. Dallas is going to get their runs. You guys are going to get, you're going to get some passes. Dallas is going to get some passes. But when it's time, if there's a fumble or an INT, you're going to be like, oh, here we go. It'll hit you like a light bulb, like ding. Quarterbacking. You got to be sharp. Aikman was sharp. Montana was sharp. Young was sharp. Starbuck was sharp. You got to be. Romo was sharp. Jeff Garcia. We can keep it going. And again, I can keep it within the history, within this rivalry. It came down to the quarterbacking. Always did. Would there be a catch without Joe Montana? Would there be a redemption? Who threw that ball to Alvin Harper? I was there. Who threw that ball to Alvin Harper? Who threw that ball to T.O. when he went to stand on the star? It always comes down to quarterbacking, period. Always. The comeback game, what is it, 71-72? Starbuck. Quarterbacking.
Yeah, all quarterbacks, like all the plays, like you see, like the catch, it all started with Montana throwing it to Clark at that position and made that play. Yeah, you can go with Steve Young throwing that catch too against Green Bay. It all started with him throwing that ball. So, yeah, exactly. A lot of quarterbacking plays. It does like that one game where Staubach had that one pass against the Vikings where you guys won that playoff. That play was what is it called? Like some miracle play or something?
Hail Mary, yeah, that's the original Hail Mary. Yeah. Quarterback. When T.O. caught that was against Green Bay, when he caught that one in the end zone, when y'all won the game, when T.O. was crying. Quarterbacking. It always comes down with these guys, with the Niners, with the Cowboys, with this rivalry, nothing will change. It wasn't Roger Craig, it wasn't Emmitt Smith, it wasn't Ricky Waters, it was quarterbacking. Like, seriously, it was. I stress this to people. We can look at everything else, but how I look at it is Rain Dakota Prescott versus James Richard Garoppolo. One of these dudes are going to be a hero, and one of these dudes are going to be shit. Period. And that's there it is. Like, oh, I got nothing else to say after that. I mean, that's it.
Hey, you're good, man. Yeah, I think it's technically going to be a really good game. So I'm just hoping it gets by quickly so we can watch this game because it's already getting me like thinking about this game. I mean, most of us are just thinking, man, when is it going to start?
Right. Like I said, this has got to be in my NFL season. This season, man, this week is so slow. Like I'm ready for the game. Like I'm serious. I'm ready for the game. Like it probably would be a lot more slower if they put it on Monday night. But it's like, all right, I'm ready now. But we still got days. We still got a few days to go. And just like I said a couple of days ago on my live, it's like now we all got to sit here and hopefully I don't want no one to make no COVID list. I don't know how they work in the COVID list in the postseason, but I don't want to hear about no key player on no COVID list. I want these guys. I want them all to play. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no excuses on both teams. I want both teams come out best players on the field. I want it that way. It should be that way. I don't want to hear nothing about COVID. Jimmy better not get COVID. Dak better not get COVID. Ayuk better not get COVID. Pollard better not get COVID. I want. And I know Thursday is when we start this COVID with Dallas. I know when McCarthy has his press conference, I just hope he don't say, oh, well, this guy's on the protocol. So that's just where I'm at. We got Thursday. We got to get through Thursday, then Friday, then Saturday.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
man,
I'm
it's
ready
kind
for
of
it.
crazy how they do these protocol stuff, and it kind of affects the team a lot. Like in general, like man, like I see where you're coming from. Like Tyron Smith just came off the COVID list, and Diggs was coming off of it, right?
Yeah, Michael Parsons too.
Oh yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Parsons. There you go.
yeah. Like Diggs, he had it. I think 2 weeks ago. Like we've had some key guys on. Tony Pollard was on there. Um, Demonte Kazi was on there. It's like we've had guys on here, and I guess this is the concern now because I know Thursday tomorrow is, my fingers are crossed. Please don't say COVID. Please don't say COVID, because I want both. I want the best teams. I want all these guys to play. I don't look at usually when it comes to seasons. I do look at injuries or recently the COVID protocol as a one up on for especially for Dallas. But no, I don't want that. I was glad that y'all didn't play Trent Williams because I need Trent Williams ready for this game. I'm dying to see Trent Williams versus Randy Gregory. Jesus, come on, man. I'm a football guy, so things like that I measure it with competition. Like I hope they do the same thing. I play football, so it's like to me when I see Trent Williams versus Randy Gregory, damn, like that. I want to see that. That's why I was like they held him out. That was smart. Trent ready. Trent gonna go out there and he gonna try to maul him. Come on, I might see Tyron Smith versus Bosa. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a good
I'm a
matchup right
football
there.
guy. Exactly. I'm a football guy. Come
Diggs
on,
versus
man.
Debo. Want to see that shit?
Exactly. See, that's what I had said earlier. I was like, come on, we might see Debo versus Diggs. Come on, dog. Are you serious right now? Like, honestly, this what's the best? It's like Super Bowl Junior or Junior Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna even call it no NFC title game. No, no, no. It's like Junior Super Bowl. That's why I keep saying whoever walks off when this game is over, man, I'm telling you, it ain't over. And I fear for whoever got to go against one of these teams. You're going to have a problem.
Yeah,
You're going to have a problem with them. You can put this game on Antarctica. It doesn't matter. You're going to have a problem. It ain't going to be no easy win. Like whoever plays, the winner of this game, whoever, when you advance, I feel bad for whoever them guys are. Like, I don't care what damn if it is the Packers. I don't care. Like you're going to have a problem. Whoever plays this team, one of these teams next, you're going to have a problem. Simple.
pretty simple, man. Yeah, man. This is gonna definitely like. I guess I've never heard of your term Super Bowl Junior. I guess that's like the JV Bowl or something.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at it, it's just that. It's just, and I'm not overhyping it. Like I say, the proof will be in the actions speak louder than words. Watch the performances out there. Like seriously, this ain't gonna be easy for nobody. These coaches, everyone, y'all have complained about Kyle. I've complained about McCarthy. Listen, these guys are coming with their A game. All of them, the coordinators, all of them, everybody, A game. Players, A game. Hell, even the cheerleaders and the water boy gonna be on point. Everybody, like seriously, it's nothing. No more days off. No more nothing. I'm watching. I don't know. Did Trent practice today, or did y'all start y'all practice today? Did Trent practice today?
I think he already practiced. He was already practicing like limited or something. And I'm looking up.
See,
Yeah, I think he'll be good. They're saying it's game time decision, but I think he's playing.
he's playing. I mean, like
No
we can
way, no way
stop
he's
that.
missing this
There's no
game.
way. No way. I don't give a damn. Trent's 40%. He's playing. He's playing. I don't give a damn. They were saying one of our guys cursed. They said he's having problems, but I guarantee you he's playing. I think he DNP today, but I guarantee you he's playing. These guys are Super Bowl atmosphere, Super Bowl Junior. I know no one. I know it may sound, like I'm exaggerating, but these guys know. These guys understand this. Both teams fought hard. I don't care about that NFC least shit. The Niners fought. Look at what the Niners did against the Rams. Everyone fought hard to get to this point. Like, come on. Like, this is going to be a great game.
It is. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be who deserves it more. I mean,
Right.
It's going to be at a pretty good stadium where you guys have. The question is, man, are we going to see a little bit of the red out there, or are we just going to see just you get?
Yes. It ain't going to be. I know everybody goes back to I know everybody goes back to when you guys took over our stadium, but people forget that the Cowboys were coming off an 8-8 year, and a lot of people had low expectations of the Cowboys. So that happened. Now, I understand. I know Niners. Listen, Cowboys Niners. It's going to be a bipartisan crowd. Is how I feel. It's going to be. I believe damn near. I think it's going to be damn near. I want to say either 60-40 or 50-50. That's how I feel. It ain't just going to be pro Cowboys, but it's going to be. You'll see the red, and trust me. The problem with Dallas is they told everybody white it out, so you're going to really see the red if everybody's white. When they're doing the whiteout, you'll really see it. But I do believe it'll be like either 60-40 or 50-50 because it's everyone knows this 100,000. That's going to be one of the. They're going to turn AT&T Stadium to one of the biggest cities in Texas. so it's just it's gonna be this is huge. This is for all of us. I don't know how you feel. I know for me this is huge. This is huge. I've been waiting for this. I have. It ain't no. There is no next week. Someone goes home, and that's what I don't care about division titles and all that. We're here now. We done all that. Y'all fought hard to get here. We won the East. We swept the East to get here. All right, forget all the stats. It's 0-0. Everything starts over, and it's sudden death. 4 quarters of sudden death football, the best damn football. And what better way to do it? You started off with one of the best rivalries in all of American sports, Cowboys versus Niners. How sweet it is. I swear. Seriously.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet to see this type of rivalry going into it. Like, yeah, this is gonna it's gonna be the most watchable one. It's gonna have better ratings, and the expectation is the atmosphere is gonna be interesting. Like you said, these two quarterbacks have a lot at stake. I mean, Jimmy, he's pretty much on the short leash. If he doesn't win this game, we're moving on with Trey Lance. But Dak Prescott, like you said, it wouldn't surprise you if you guys get a quarterback in the draft to eventually replace him.
Yeah,
that's the pressure. And then Mike McCarthy's play calling, like it's kind of been unpredictable, but the way Shanahan's done it too, like both of them are kind of been questionable at times.
Exactly. Like seriously, it's a lot. There's a lot of behind the scenes to this game. It's no easy wins for nobody. None. This is good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Good and because if this goes wrong for the Niners, trust me, here comes Trey Lance. If this goes wrong for Dallas, they're going to get a quarterback in a draft. Then we're going to go the Jim Trey Lance situation. Then we'll do that. So
yeah.
Sorry. Hello. I think I got kicked off. Hello.
Okay, I hear you, man.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta take off now. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for right there.
Oh yeah, I was definitely waiting for you to give me your signal, but hey, we're all good, bro. Appreciate you on the show. Maybe next time, man, we can go on to the stream sometime.
I tell you what, if you want to do it, man, win or lose, maybe the Monday after the game, we can, have a post game talk about it. And and even a brag thing. Like I respect your page, and what I do on my page, and let me do the cheap plug. Anybody want to find me? Simus Says. If I respect CG Bully's page, and either gonna be victory lap or it's either gonna be victory lap or depression next week. So just you can head over there. But if you want to do an honest point blank post, Monday, talk about it, we can do it, bro. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close game, definitely.
Yeah.
But hey, man. I guess like you said, no projection needed. So I guess Billy said he's gonna find you.
Yeah. I'll be there. I leave out I'm supposedly gonna leave out Friday afternoon or Friday morning. I'm out.
All right, man, for sure, man. But like you said, you were offering me a beer on the table, man. Maybe at some point when we get the free time, you can catch up, man.
I got you. Beer on me. I got you. Seriously.
All right, man.
You know where to find me. All right, man.
Yeah, that street, whether that yard place, whatever it was, yard house.
Yeah. I got you.
All right,
y'all win shit. Y'all win, beer on me, Roy Yard House, and I got you. Promise you that.
All right, man, for sure, man. Hey, have a good one, bro.
All right, man.
All right.